We've done many curves. We mentioned to you over here, and then we've done a reverse curve that made the news in District 2 up in Jacksonville, many roundabouts, and we're going to show you in a moment for Miami Gardens. I mentioned to you the Turnpike. We have District 4. There is 50 miles of US 27 air rural highway with 70% of the nighttime crashes that we are going to be installing next year. And another project we're creating, because most of the country, I'm sure most of you traveled, it's really in the dark. And we have successfully installed our first project for snow plowable in cooperation with Ohio DOT to be able to provide illumination for other states. And we will show you that in a moment. I will go that in a moment. I will get back to that. Railroad crossings. Railroad crossings, as you know, it has been a challenge for protection of pedestrians and bicyclists and vehicles, of course, alike. The current, we call it dynamic envelope to highlight the crosswalk area. It's been a challenging issue for the department. The options that they have for striping is striping yellow, which was a violation, then they striped it white, and now it's creating an illusion that it's a crosswalk. So we have been working together with DOT about options of using the lights to eliminate the crosswalk approach, and like I showed you with the highlighted like white or the red when the gates come in. So it will provide protection for pedestrians and bicyclists and vehicles, and to know that they are approaching a railroad crossing area. Diversion diamond interchange. These are new designs that are really very innovative, and it's really a great, effective way to move traffic. But at the same time, there is a level of disadvantages that creates an illusion that you can make a left. And the red line that I'm placing here with the arrow indicates a picture of, imagine of a group of lights that are right there in the stop bar, identifying the driver that they are going the wrong way. So this way they won't be able to travel that way. And the circle I'm showing with the pedestrian, this is an area where it's really many ramps. The pedestrians are so vulnerable because people are traveling at high speed and they're trying to go ahead and merge. So this is where we can apply the crosswalk, mid-block crosswalk that we saw with the videos to activate the lights for pedestrians to cross safely at those locations, and bicyclists, of course, alike. Roundabouts, as I mentioned to you, it's a very effective and really reduces so the severity of crashes, but still many drivers just continue to go straight through the roundabout and do damage to it, or pedestrians not paying attention to them. So the element of highlighting and approaching the roundabout, as you can see in this picture, has really been effective to reduce those conflict points and to highlight to the driver that they're approaching a roundabout. And that's why many cities have really added the in-road lights as a tool, even though all the lights and everything is available, but still that was a tool that's very effective. How many medians, traffic separators, where pedestrians are trying to cross and people can't see them, they think it's still a roadway. You can imagine also having the lights over there is going to be able to provide a better illumination for the driver so they can avoid conflicts with pedestrians. These are, the options are endless and possibilities are endless. I'm just giving you a bird's eye view of what has been implemented. But as you can see, there is a wrong way application. We had a case where a vehicle just couldn't tell where they're going. It's in a rural highway, and unfortunately, an elderly person just turned left and didn't see it, and two girls coming from a concert lost their life in the wrong way. So this application can be used also at railroad crossings and other locations. Speed humps, as you can see, and speed tables, they're also effective, but you can see them at nighttime, and it also provide a better warning. So if someone crossing in the middle, it will provide a great illumination for the drivers. The units that we have developed here, it has been a great cooperation with many municipalities. This has been a team effort between public and private partnership, because it took 6 years in the making. And the reason it was successful is because we have worked together and implement them in the field and getting feedback to get the products where it needs to be. And that's what we have developed. This is a picture I'm holding in my hand just to give you an idea of the size of the unit. And it has like 2 solar panels an LED light, and it sits in a composite cup that sits in the pavement, and that allows the opportunity for the unit to be maintained if needs to be. And we'll show you in a moment how we can take it out of the cup. The units are embedded in the pavement about 1.5 inches, and they are only less than 1/4 inch above the surface. So they are lower than a typical RPM, because RPMs are almost like about almost close to 3/4 inch in height. So this is very, very comfortable for bicyclists, motorcycles, and pedestrians, because you almost feel very easy to travel on it. And it also has a mushroom effect, as you can see in here. So it is very smooth, and it doesn't really create a hazard for anyone to cross or ride on it for bicyclists, motorcycles, or pedestrians. For durability, this is what I wanted to share with you. Is the way we tested it. We were testing it at high speed. As you can see, even the pavement sparked. That's how we impacted. We did this test like 8 times both ways, and the unit didn't even move. That's how effective for durability, and that's when we realized that we can use it for snow plowable conditions. Success stories that we are so proud of is the fact that the Florida Turnpike that I showed you the picture of at that time, we did before and after study in terms of the speed, and that's when we found out that that illumination reduced the speed overall by 5 miles per hour, but also vehicles traveling over 70 miles per hour were reduced from 38 to 58%. Another success story, which is we are so excited about and we're so proud of, is in District 4 in Jacksonville, District 2 in Jacksonville area. That reverse curve project, and DOT has been discussing and mentioning to everyone, is the 5 years before we installed the lights, there were 56 total nighttime crashes. And the 2 years after we installed our lights, we had only 1 nighttime crash. This is a very particular development, is that you have in one side bars and restaurants, and then on the other side you have residential developments of really kind of aging development. So at nighttime there was like almost like a perfect storm, and that's what has happened at that. When we've done that, it's really we managed to be able to actually communicate with those two kind of challenging drivers to be able to go ahead and avoid having those collisions, and everybody was so happy with that. We have many references, and many people were very, very encouraged with the results and the community. And I think the one that I really want to mention to you is the bicycle association. Bicycle associations that we talked to, they are really proponent of it, because they feel like, what solutions do they have to be able to eliminate bike lanes? What can we offer? And that's why they feel like this is a tool that really needs to be taken seriously to provide a safer environment for bicyclists to travel at nighttime and to reduce that conflict. The key components for our 2 products, the one I mentioned to you, is they both are quick to install. One system is within 2 weeks and one within 8 weeks. And both of them are approved by the state of Florida. And we are proud to say that the state of Florida is the first state in the country to have such a system approved. So we are the pioneer here as a state, and I appreciate all the efforts that we all work together to be able to get to that point. Show you the installations. We had to invest into installation because we wanted to make it easier in the field. This is an actual live installation. We did that project up in Cincinnati. We drilled the operation, as you can see in that machine. It's hooked to a Bobcat, and that drilling created the exact depth and width for the light where to be placed. And the dirt comes out, it will be pulverized. That can be, it's almost like dirt, and it can be swept and put to the side of the road or hauled away. And then the unit in the very back will be able to go ahead and install the light by using an epoxy machine. This is the installation. Epoxy is placed in the cup area, and then the unit is placed, and it gives sufficient time for the installer to be able to adjust it, and then within 10 minutes you drive on it. That's how quick to be able to install the units. Another key component for it is the maintenance. If you can see here in the in this video, is that we created an air chamber with the air compressor. The unit can be able to be ejected if it needs to be maintenance. It's actually easier for us to replace or maintain our lives than actually the typical RPM, because you need to have a big truck with a hot epoxy to be able to place it. So it allows the opportunity to be able to for ease and maintenance. So with that, I want to make sure that we are all working together, because this is no matter what side of the fence, we are all in this together to be able to go ahead and protect our citizens, our families, and everyone out there, to make sure that we are looking as much as we can for anything possible to create opportunity to create a safer environment. And with that, I welcome any questions for PJ and myself. And Emily, we thank you so very much for the opportunity to allow us to share this valuable information that we are all, it's all dear to us to be able to save lives along the way.
Thank you, Maj. What a wonderful presentation on safety and lighting solutions that not only help pedestrians and bicyclists, but all road users. So there's lots of different applications for your product, and really excited, hopefully, to see it here in District 5 soon. We are currently going to work on that, but as we know, that takes time. So while everybody is kind of figuring out the questions that they might ask, I'm going to include here